and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D.
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. Flannel, what it do?
Hey, another day on BDE on Monday. It's always fun to hang out with the boys, and, Tigers series didn't go quite how we wanted. The draft lottery certainly didn't go how we wanted, but you know what? Today's the day where we can all commiserate about it.
No, absolutely, and it's a rare day where, it's you don't have to just default talk about some Lion stuff to get it going, because there is a lot going on, and we are gonna get into all that. Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
How was the weekend, bro?
It was good. It was good. Hanging out. My boy Adam and his band Animal Box had a show.
I saw that.
At Trixie's.
Yeah.
In Hamtramck. So that was fun. It was a good show.
Hanging out some of the DCFC haunts.
Yeah,
I like
hanging out in the DCFC hood. It was a lot of fun. It was just chill weekend. I got the dog all weekend, so I was just hanging out with her and
stayed in your shoes and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yesterday I had a barbecue at my boy's house. We're chilling, putting back some high nooners. The tequila high noons, man, those are good. They're really good.
You're getting converted slowly but surely.
Oh, I see, high noons are better. I won't drink like Trulies or White Claws.
Yeah, Trulies suck.
Because those are malt liquor. High noons are actual like mixers.
Yeah.
Like they're actually vodka and
I'm on the
sparkling
neutrals
water.
now.
Okay.
I mess with the neutrals hard.
Yeah.
Dumb heavy, as the kids say.
I like the tequila high noons. Those are really good.
Yep. Jesus, a.k.a. Justin the Intern in the building. He of Tigers Jumbotron fame on Saturday. I was at the Tigers game on Saturday.
Heard about that.
And Jesus made an appearance on the big board. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Had a great weekend. Went down. Got to see one of the few great hitting performances by the Tigers this year. Was awesome. It was very electric. The crowd was actually very, very good. Everyone was very into the game. Enjoyed it very much. And then went to a concert after at Big Pink. A little vibe line action. It was a very good time.
No, the crowd was into it, and lo and behold, the one hitter they signed hit a grand slam. Weird how that works. We'll get into it.
Great acquisition, by the way, and that's 100% sincere.
Million percent,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Great value, all of it.
Yep.
In the Woodward Sports chat thread, nobody says, Neal, does it get exhausting being real 24/7? Well, nobody strap in, because this is going to be as real as it gets today. I didn't even choose this. Like, I woke up, everything was cool. Took the kids to school. Had a great weekend Saturday. Went out with my brother-in-law to the Tigers game.
Hey.
Went to Greektown after.
Nice.
It was a good evening out downtown. Same with Spenny. Kind of kept it all together.
Yeah.
Just a fun night. Watch UFC over at the ESPN zone there in Greektown.
Shout out to my guys, Charles Johnson and Joaquin Buckley, two friends of the show. Been on the heavies a couple times. Both got W's in St. Louis. They're both from St. Louis, so went back home, made some wins, so good for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Derek Lewis.
Shout out Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis, that
For
guy.
a different reason.
That big
but,
boy.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Flashing his ass to the crowd.
He is a character, man.
No, he is. But it was a lot of fun. Great weekend. And KG, the resident Yankee fan, come to find out. Of Woodward. And look, we're going to do the hobby watch. We got about 10 minutes left here in the opening segment. However, I have some things I have to address, Flannel, and you're closely tied in.
I sure am.
You're not responsible, but you're a party to it.
Yeah.
Your people on the morning show.
They are my people.
They are your people.
Thank you, Sam.
8 to 10 a.m. right here, Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network. But KG,
Get your shit off.
the morning show today was absolute clownery. Absolute tomfoolery.
Not clownery.
Absolute ridiculousness.
Oh, my God. Okay, and you want to elaborate on why you think that is?
Okay, number one. And I knew this was going to happen to some degree, and I meant to bring this up Friday, and our nickel package got away from us, so I apologize. But I figured it was going to play a little more on Monday, and lo and behold, it does.
Of course.
First off, our guy Kool-Aid. Let me qualify. One of the best people you will ever meet in your life.
Yes.
Fact.
Fact.
Yep.
Great workmate, great friend, all of it. Fact. However, on the morning show today, and I knew this was going to happen, and it's not just unique to Kool-Aid. There were people in the chat, the Justin Verlander thing on Sunday, with people cheering in the crowd for him. and all that kind of stuff. Never forget, that man tapped out also. Never forget, that man asked to be traded as well. Contrary to the reports that Kool-Aid tried to purvey
I understand.
on the morning show, he asked out. And not only did he ask out, I want to give you the exact quote. Quote, Verlander would only accept a trade to the Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, and Cubs. So not only did he not, oh, well, I didn't want to leave. No, you wanted out. And you only wanted to go to 4 teams. Does that help trade value or hurt trade value?
It hurts it.
Okay, so that's number one. For Kool-Aid to say, if Verlander was going into the 9th and had a no-hitter, I would, quote, want him to no-hit the Tigers? F that, dude. That is soft, KG. Answer for your morning show people.
Listen, and I also agreed that I wouldn't mind seeing him. I ain't say I wanted it, but I said I wouldn't mind it.
You're soft, too.
How? The Tigers are down 9-0. Are they
Dad's not coming back, KG.
Listen.
He left to go to the grocery store, and he's not coming back.
I mean, clearly, but I can't blame him for wanting to leave at the state the Tigers were in at that point. You had Brad Ausmus out of his depth as a manager, and just the team, they fell apart, man. That 2012 run, they went all downhill from there.
Yeah, and who was one of those guys that was responsible for not getting it done and to win a World Series?
Oh my
who
God.
was one of those guys?
It was JV, man.
Statistically, one of the worst World Series pitchers in baseball history.
He had to go back and find himself.
Facts.
Yes, he had to go back and find himself.
Oh, he continued to be bad. That first World Series for the Astros, they won despite him, not because of him.
Even the first start in the 2022 World Series, the one where he redeemed himself was the 5-inning, 1 earned run performance in Game 6, in which I'll give Dusty Baker credit. He kind of pulled him before he could pull some of those World Series Justin Verlander shenanigans. And I'm not a JV hater. You also have to give him credit for he's been very good in the Division Series historically. He's been good in the Championship Series historically.
But when it's all on the line, he's
fine.
come up the smallest to the tune of one of the worst to ever play in the major leagues.
I understand, and maybe it's just the fan in me, sure, whatever. But
it's just you being
it's
soft.
not like JV was out here on some El Mago shit. Like it's Justin Verlander, who should really be retiring as a Tiger, but because things happened the way they did, he won't.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's up to him.
It's the fan in me.
It's up to him.
I admit that. It's the fan in me. But I'm not like retracting that. They were down 9-0.
So?
What team comes back from 9-0?
F that. So what?
It's a regular season game. I can see if it's the playoffs.
It's a guy that tapped out, that wanted out.
I understand.
He wanted out, KG.
You can say the same
you know what?
thing about
Goodbye.
Stafford. You can say the same thing about Stafford.
I do say the same thing about Stafford.
And that's fine,
Grant
man.
Hill wanted out. Like, that, I'm sorry, man. I don't sit there and wait for Dad to come home.
I understand, but if you're somewhere where shit just isn't working, you would leave too. And you can't tell me that you wouldn't.
What do you mean I would leave too?
You would leave too if you gave 8 or 9 years to a franchise and nothing gets done.
And I was the reason, and I was part of the reason it didn't get done.
You would leave.
Oh,
you can't tell me you wouldn't.
Okay, that's a little bit. He won a Cy Young and an MVP.
Yeah, like come on.
And what happened?
It's
And
not
for
like
the
he was
record-
a
And when it was
scrub.
all on the line, what happened?
He wasn't good in the World Series.
Yes.
I'll give you that. They also couldn't hit worth a damn either, but that's neither here
You
nor
act
there.
like he was a scrub though. Like
He is in the World Series.
he
He's
was-
one of the worst to ever be in the major leagues in the World Series, dude. He is.
But he's one of the
It's
best
a fact.
pitchers of this era.
Cool. How do they hand out a championship? By how the Cy Young, winning the Cy Young?
No, they do not, Neal.
So
But I'm
that's
not-
my
I'm not
problem with
giving
it.
him
I'll
all-
never understand
I'm not
that. Like,
giving him
oh,
all
go
the blame for
JV.
that.
F that, dude.
I'm not giving him
He's
all the
gone
blame.
and he's not coming back.
Clearly, but I'm not giving him all the blame for what happened with the Tigers.
And he's going to go into the Hall as an Astro.
100%.
It's unfortunate. It is.
Well, if he's so beloved here, why would he not go in as a Tiger?
Well, because
He won a World Series with the Astros.
that's the thing. As much as we don't like to admit it, he got a couple more Cy Youngs with the Astros. He was a
Yeah.
part of better constructed teams and got a couple of World Series titles. Even though I understand he wasn't the MVP or the main reason that they won them, he's accomplished more in a shorter period of time with the Astros than he did with the Tigers.
Oh, hold on. All right. Sergeant Curtis Schultz. Neal, just stop. No, you stop. I don't love JV. Like, Verlander's gone, bro, and he's not coming back. He doesn't play for the Tigers anymore. I do not like them. He cost us a game this weekend. I do not like him. He's gone. Sorry.
Neal, you sound like a hurt fan.
Why am I? No, I'm not hurt. I'm a
hurt.
professional about it. He's gone. He's gone. He's been gone. I don't care what he does.
And same here.
I care what the Tigers do.
But same here. But for one night when your team is down 9-0, like, I'm not mad at it. I'm not.
So you wanted the Tigers to be hit by Justin
I wanted the
Verlander, like
Tigers-
Kool-Aid.
I wanted the Tigers to win, but obviously they weren't going to do it on this night. So
it's cool. So the next best thing is for must-see JV to no-hit the Tigers, and I would love that.
What's wrong with seeing a great pitcher
That's
be
soft.
great? I love
dude.
the game of
Not
baseball.
at my team's expense.
Okay, all right, fine. That's you. And I have no problem with that, but I just feel a little differently about it.
So that's it.
I was ready for
And no, I don't want JJ McCarthy to go 15.
Yes, you do. You may as well pile on. Yeah.
No, because there is a middle ground, which you fail to realize sometimes. There is a middle ground. It's not one extreme to the other.
I'm sorry, guys. No reason to yell over anyone because they don't agree. No, Curtis, there is, because I can't understand that line of thinking. And if you subscribe to that line of thinking, I can't understand you either. Dad's not coming home. He left to go get groceries 6 years ago. You can sit by the window and wait, just pressed up against a glass like this. Dad's coming home. I know it. I'm going to live in the real world. I'm going to go on with my life.
Yeah, you saying.
Sorry, I'm not going to sit there and oh, man, those great days a decade ago.
You seem burnt out to me, so.
No, I'm not. Hey, you wait for Dad to come home. I'm not.
Hey.
I've been right for the last decade.
I knew he wasn't coming home. It's cool. But if I see him out in the street, I'll say what up to him.
Good for you. I got nothing to say.
All right.
I got nothing to say to him.
Keep it pushing.
You're right. Hey, I'm still here. I didn't leave the team.
I didn't either.
I'm still here.
I'm still here, too.
I'm still here watching El Mago.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it's time for Javi Watch. And look, I've done a straight, and Sam, I've done a straight job. I give you the average, which is now below 170. I believe he's hitting 168 now. But, that's an old person stat, right? Batting average.
Yeah.
We're more concerned with metrics now, right?
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at Javi metrically, shall we? For today's edition of the Javi Watch. For the he's a great fielder crowd, range, seventh to worst in baseball. Overall, a -3. Look at all those batting metrics as well. Lots of blue on that screen. Lots of poor. Batting run value. Poor. One of the worst in baseball. Fielding run value. Poor. I was told he's a great fielder.
Well,
explain that to me.
No, I'm not trying to explain anything, because whether he's a great fielder or not, he should never take an at-bat for this team ever again. We saw what happened to Parker Meadows, by the way. He was a great defender, couldn't hit 100. I got to be honest, after this stretch, after they had that terrible road trip, after they lost the series to Houston, I hate that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
It took this?
No.
This was the line, him hitting 168.
No.
Finally, Sam Flannel broke. I'm shot out of a cannon today, by the way. It was never supposed to be like this. You guys did this to me. You did this to me.
Or is it your own hurt?
No, you did this to me. Sorry, Flannel.
No, I've never been an El Mago fan, for the record. I hated the signing from the beginning. Anywho,
He is back.
Anywho, though, we're going to talk about it more in depth when and if we get to the Tigers, which I'm sure we will. Why this whole Javi thing offends me more now than it did before. Obviously, when they were playing well, when they were 18 and 13, it covers up for a multitude of sins. And I believe the last couple of years, they haven't had a lineup around him that could compete like this one can. And Javi Baez is stealing at-bats from people. He's stealing at-bats from guys like Wensiel Perez, for example. I see games where Kerry Carpenter is on the bench and Javi Baez is in the lineup.
And you know what? Look, I'm glad you brought that up because it is time now.
Yeah.
Kerry Carpenter, every game, no excuses. Don't care who's pitching.
Agreed.
You can't, at the expense of Javi Baez, whatever you got to do. I know we don't want to block at-bats from Colt Keith, who says the fences are too far. I know we can't do that.
Hey, he's improving. Leave Colt alone.
I'm not leaving Colt alone. We're going to talk about him a little bit more later. That dude committed the ultimate sin in old Flannel Sam's book. The ultimate sin.
It's one of those type of days, man.
KG.
Yes.
Thank you, Spenny, for trying to keep it light.
It's a banger.
Look what you guys did to me on the morning show. I was in the Planet Fitness, in the grindhouse, grinding out the miles. I'll flip on the morning. Hey, I just want to see what the people are talking about on a Monday. It's like a legit nice day, not a Michigan nice day. Like it's a real nice day.
Yeah,
today.
it is. It is.
I'm in a good mood. And then there's KG saying, I love the Yankees. And we didn't even get to that.
God.
You love the Yankees. And Kool-Aid saying, yeah, I'd like to see Verlander no-hit the Tigers. No, you know what, man? I don't want to see it. I'm all the way in with Tarek Skubal. all the way in. That's our father now.
Yeah, well, look how long
and he spends time with us on the weekends. He coaches our teams. He takes us to the park.
Has a catch.
Has a catch with us.
Yeah.
Gives us, chocolate cake for breakfast when mom's not looking. He's the greatest dad ever.
That's fine. Look how long it took you to be all in with new dad.
What do you mean? I've always ridden with Tarek Scuba.
How you sounded for the season.
I've always
Mr.
ridden with Tarek
74
Scuba.
games. Mr. 74 games. You have a real belief in new dad, don't you?
100% I do.
Yeah, I bet. 74 then change it to 79.
Because old dad told me, don't wait. I'll be at your graduation.
That's fine.
And then when I was a freshman, he left town.
Nobody was ever waiting on old dad, though. That's the part that you're missing.
Yep. I'll be at your graduation.
Hey,
and then he went to New Orleans with some voodoo woman.
Oh, my God.
That one even made me laugh. Sorry about it. All right. Maybe I need it. Tell me about Dispo.
You definitely do.
Yeah.
Anywho, visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Neal Ruhl here for woodwardsports.com/shop. That's right, the very best in Detroit sports wearables. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Get the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt. Get ready, everybody. Football will be here before we know it. We already know the first game, as a matter of fact. Chief Ravens.
Not mad at it.
So here we go, everybody. Do the right thing, NFL. Lions, 49ers, Sunday night, week 1.
Thank you.
LFG. Get the Stoke Not Scared t-shirt, woodwardsports.com/shop. We are off and running and shot out of a cannon. The people are upset that I'm passionate today. That's fine. I can take it. The morning show got me on tilt. Rack. Quote, got my fuchsia shirt on. It is. There was talk in it. It's fuchsia, everybody. People comped it to the Andre Agassi Nike line. I like those vibes.
Yeah.
Andre Agassi had some great gear.
Oh, yeah.
I got the shoes. I'll have to wear them one of these days. Got my quote, got my fuchsia shirt on. It's a nice day, and KG and his people ruin my day, unquote. Neal Ruhl, probably. No, that's pretty close to what it is. Pretty close to what it was.
Blame yourself. Don't blame us.
No, blame you. Yankee fan KG. From forever here on, we got. All right, welcome back. Big D Energy. Neal Ruhl, Flannel Sam in for D-Mac. We got intern Justin, a.k.a. Juza. Spencer Raxter. Shout out Heavyweights 5 to 7. Catch it on the Woodward Sports Network. Spend Mo Rax. And, of course, as always, in the sound booth, we got Yankee fan KG in the house. Yankee fan KG. Hey, how about them Yankees yesterday? 5 home run game, win over Tampa. Big division win. Your thoughts?
Yep, Tiger fan first. But
oh,
that's fine. You can hate me for my like of the Yankees. I'm not mad at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Robbie, let's talk about the Pistons. Yeah, let's talk about it, shall we?
No, let's not.
Let's get into that.
That fucking joke. We'll go ahead.
5th pick, your Detroit Pistons.
Yet again.
And everybody's flipped out, and I don't understand why, Flannel.
All right. So I've got a couple of different ways that I can go with this. I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. So I'll start out with this. There should never be a scenario where a play-in team gets the 1 pick and the worst team in the NBA gets the 5th. That shouldn't happen. There should not be a system where that's possible. Second of all, I'm a little upset that the potential trade packages will not be as attractive. And third of all, and this is getting a little bit deep, but it hit home for me after what's happened with the Woodward family recently. And this is for more of the fans. And I'm going to get to the other angle in a second. A guy like John Kloss, whose life was tragically cut short, he wasn't around for the good days. He was too young. He lived and died a way too short life watching the Pistons basically be irrelevant and nothing. And that's kind of the sad part of it all. However, here's the problem. I can't be outraged that much about a team that was 14-68 last year, a team that has made some picks that I guess on an individual level we kind of like, but when it comes to roster construction and even how these picks fit together, I don't necessarily trust them to do the right thing with this 5th pick, or would I have trusted them to do it with the first pick. I look at a team, even with the recent picks, guys that we've liked or not liked, not as much as maybe we did before. I see a team that can't shoot. Jaden Ivey can't shoot. Asar Thompson, Spencer Raxter shoots better than him. Jalen Duren, that's not part of his game. And at the beginning of the season, you had Killian Hayes, Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, and Jaden Ivey all playing minutes. They all can't shoot. Cade Cunningham, to his credit, because he's the one guy that I feel 100% confidence in, not only improved a lot of parts of his game, but he also shot 36% from 3, and his previous career high was a 31. And just, so I guess that's kind of my underlying point of it all. That combined with some weird roster construction, trading Sadiq Bey for James Wiseman, get one of your best 3-point shooters out. And I get it, you didn't want to pay him, bringing in James Wiseman. The weird kind of trades that they did this year, bringing in guys like Shake Milton, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, and then saying bye-bye. I just, with all that they've done, with all that they've kind of broken me, especially with this 14-68 season, I can't be outraged about this because I don't trust them to do the right thing no matter what the pick was.
Big facts.
Woodward Sports chat thread, and we're taking your reactions in there. And I'm with Real Cream of Wheat on this one. We understand, right, that there is literally a 50% chance. It's literally 50-50.
Yeah.
That they could end up picking number 5. Do we know that going in?
I guess, but 14% of the vote, you got the most balls in the machine, quote, quote.
Right, but you still only have a 14% chance.
And you have a 56% chance to get 5th.
Okay, so why do we always land at 5 is the question.
That's your highest percentage.
Why can't we be a top 3? Like, I can understand not getting 1, but we can't land in the top 3. Why is it always 5?
Well, it wasn't always 5. We got 1 year and got Cade.
Well, yeah, that was 1 year where they kind of had to. And look how long it had been before we had a number 1 pick before that. So I'm just saying, I don't understand. To me, it's kind of a rigged situation. I feel like the Pistons are being punished.
It is not rigged, KG.
Okay.
No, they have.
You don't
everyone's in the room.
Listen,
there's people from every team in the room, dude.
You don't think they flex it a little bit?
No, I don't.
Okay.
KG, like, look at the numbers. Like, everyone, the Pistons had the best chance. The Pistons and 2 other teams had the best chance at 14%.
Yes.
So even the top 3 were 14% each. So it's more than likely none of them are going to get the number 1 pick.
That's fine, but we never seem to get it except for the 1 year we got Cade.
We did get it one year, though.
The 1 year we got Cade, and look how long that took. That's what I'm saying. It's always us getting screwed out the lottery, and there's got to be some kind of explanation.
Yeah, the explanation is you have a 14% chance of getting it. That's the explanation.
All right. You don't think the league doesn't
let's flip a coin, KG, and I'll pay you 14% of the time you win, and I get the money the other 84% of the time, or 86% of the time. You know, you want the silver lining in all this?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone's like flipping out about this in a draft where nobody wants anybody.
Yeah. Still, though, the 1 pick versus the 5, that's a more attractive.
Well, but that's my other problem. Everyone's like, well, trade the pick. Well, you want to trade the pick. Who would want the pick?
Nobody now. Not at this 5.
No, who wants 1?
Somebody would have took it.
I think somebody would have taken it.
For what? What are you giving for 1 in this draft?
What am I giving for 1? I mean, I would like to say a proven player plus one of the Pistons' other core members. Maybe something else.
Some team would have took it, I promise you. It's the number 1 pick. It holds value in any draft. Even a weaker one. I understand.
Who's the number 1 pick right now?
Alex Sarr, allegedly, but, you know.
Will he be the number one pick when it all settles?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah, and some team will take the chance on him.
What about that one guy in the G League that was in a bowling league? What, Ron Harris? Or?
Well,
he had a bowling shirt on that said Ronald in cursive. He was at Mass's Thursday Night League.
I will say this, though. Like, when the best you can offer from college is Donovan Clingan and then Reed Shepard and Rob Dillingham, who got clapped by Oakland, by the way, that's not a great draft. And I understand that there's, in the modern NBA, there's international players, there's G League and all of that. But yeah, it's certainly on paper one of the most underwhelming drafts really ever.
Woodward Sports. This is actually pretty funny. Steven Syret, who we bump heads with sometimes, but he's on it with this one. Just give the Knicks their pick back this year. And that's...
Yeah.
Hey, maybe say, hey, we'll give it to you, relinquish the rights, and give us your second rounder. Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Rid yourself. Because you know what that does is it gives you the ability to trade they can't trade a future first rounder until that trade exhausts. Because the Knicks hold the rights to the pick until they don't. And now they officially don't. So now it's the Pistons.
It's unfortunate because there's still this element of, and I don't want to be too doom and gloom, but it's the Detroit Pistons. How the hell else am I supposed to be? There does seem to be this element of no way out. And KG, I think you mentioned that on today's show as well.
Yep.
And the funny thing is, I was just doing a little exercise at the beginning of the year. And let me just put this out there because I'm going to repeat myself a little bit, but it leads to a conclusion. You had Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, and Killian Hayes playing significant minutes. Boyan was hurt, and Monty Morris was hurt. No wonder this team had that long losing streak. They couldn't shoot worth a damn. And a lot of those guys, I mean, I guess Marcus Sasser, he can, but a lot of those guys are, guys that were picked and do other things well, but they can't shoot. You can't have that in the modern NBA.
And just by the way, too, like when you read any mock draft you read of Alex Sarr, by the way, first thing, great defender. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Not the best. I mean, not the best number one endorsement, if that makes sense.
And again, if you want a silver lining,
yes,
it does save you about $13 million in cap space over the life of the deal. Picking number 5 versus number 1. It does. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but you're gonna add another youngster to this mix and expect to get out quick.
But that's all that's out there.
Yeah.
It was never not going to be that. So, and also too, by the way, we saw the old Spurs popping up. They got the number 4 pick. They also have the number 8 pick by their trade with the Raptors. What was that trade they did with the Raptors?
Oh, they got a couple guys.
What was their big?
Poeltl.
Oh, yeah, Portal.
Jakob Poeltl.
Jakob
Poeltl.
Poeltl. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's what it was. So that pick conveys. So there you go. They got picks 4 and 8.
Yep.
So,
and Victor Wembanyama he lived up to the hype as a rookie.
Yeah, he did.
He 100% did. So the Spurs they're coming. That's for sure.
I'm going to come.
Pause.
All right. Be nice if Pistons can come. Pause.
All right. Let's do this. I'm gonna try my hand with Spenny again in the Pistons. I'm gonna try it again.
All right.
He hasn't helped me much the last 2 times I've done this, but I'm gonna go back in for a third here with him when we come back from the break. Let me tell you about the morning show. I already told you about the morning show.
You're right.
We butted heads for the first time. They're still my guys. They absolutely still are.
We love you, Neal.
Wake up. Do you?
We do.
Do you? Wake up, Woodward, everybody. 8 to 10 a.m. right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Kool-Aid, Broder, KG, JB Smooth. Flannel Sam was not akin to that foolishness this morning. But hey, everybody has an off day, I guess. But wake up, Woodward, 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Detroit's #1 sports network. Confirmed. Detroit's #1 sports network. Wake up, Woodward. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Neal, Ruhl, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers with multiple different ways you can get food. They're family owned and operated for over 30 years. They got 60 different brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, keeping it pushing here. We're off and running on a Monday. Big D Energy, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. We also have Yankee fan KG in the house, intern Justin, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Click the like button if you would be so kind and get your thoughts out there as well. Also, too, wanted to shout out Jason, by the way, on the show. So,
Shout out.
Saturday morning, my daughter was competing in the Science Olympiad over there at Macomb Community College, and I was waiting for her next event, and a lady came up to me and said, "Hey, would you mind if we took a picture together? Woodward Sports is my husband's favorite talk station, talk
nice.
outlet. He said he loves the heavyweights too.
Shout out.
So shout out Jason. So he's a big heavyweights guy. So we took the picture." And so shout out Jason, man. Appreciate you being a real one for sure.
Yeah.
And she said it's all he watches, all he listens to. So shout out Jason. You're the dude, man. Jump in the chat one time, man. Get your thoughts out there. You'll go right to the front of the line.
I actually got recognized this weekend as well for the first time. Like twice. Two people came up to me and was like, are you on Woodward Sports? And that was pretty cool, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So there it is. Absolutely.
That's why, pro tip, I've gone 3 for 3 on this in the past couple months. I know, neither of you guys can take this advice because you're happily taken, but you got a date, you're taking a date out on the town, go downtown, somewhere downtown, walk around a little bit. You'll have at least two people walk up to you and be like, "Oh, can I take a picture?" My thing is, the first one, I do it. Yeah, I'll take a picture. Second one, I'm like, "No, sorry. On a date right now, or I'm with somebody right now. We're trying to do some things."
Nice.
I'm 3 for 3. I closed all 3.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it works.
Absolutely. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. Just to hear people, it is Detroit's #1 sports network, everybody. And I've noticed that too, Spade. If you go downtown,
oh yeah,
like the Tigers game or whatever, man, like it's gonna go down like that. So yeah, jump into that chat thread and put it all out there. Yeah, we'll talk some Detroit Tiger stuff coming up a little bit. But Spenny, I've asked you this before. No bullshit this time, man. For real. We know what it is. All right? We know the situation. What do? NBA GM Spenny. Yeah. You're now the president of ops for the Pistons. What's the first order of business? I don't save the theatrics now. I'm talking court moves.
Yeah. First order of business is you call Cleveland and you get initiate talks with what it would take to get Donovan Mitchell. Because Donovan Mitchell...
Oh, no. We don't want him
People
here.
don't want him, yeah.
We don't want him. I was told we don't want him. I was filleted for that, Spenny, so you can't do that.
Well, the people on the streets can suck it because you need a star. You need a guy, and Donovan Mitchell is a star. And there are words that he doesn't want to re-sign with Cleveland. Now, would he want to re-sign with the Detroit Pistons? That's probably a no, too, but I don't care. You get him in the door, and then you move on from there. If that's too rich for your blood, then you call up the New Orleans Pelicans. You see what's going on with Brandon Ingram. You see if you can entice them with Jaden Ivey, with Usar Thompson, with whoever it takes to get Brandon Ingram in the door and as a part of this team. If that doesn't work, you hit up old PG 13% and say, hey, I'll pay you $200 million if you come play for the Pistons. Because right now, you are a terrible team. You need a star. You can't win in the NBA without a star. Right now, it's Cade Cunningham, who is on the precipice of stardom, but you need more than that. You need someone else that can put the ball in the bucket better than 80% of the NBA, and you don't have that right now.
And Spenny, thank you, because Flannel, I think that when we had the Donovan Mitchell discussion before with the Pistons, and I got filleted by the streets, murdered, stomped out, I think then we still kind of were working on that mindset of how do we build this into a contender. But I think now, I don't want to say desperation's taken over, but I think how you have to work this now is you put Spenny's plan in place, and it doesn't really matter. The who doesn't matter. It's the what. The PG, the Donovan Mitchell. I have an emergency one that people are really going to get murdered for, but then I'm going to ask you for what your plan is. I'll get to it in a minute, though. But, Flannel, I think that Spenny and I are on a baseline of it's got to be someone along those lines because you have to get to a level now. Like the play-in game, the 8 seed, the 7 seed, the 6 seed. I think if you had Cade and you had a Paul George, and I feel bad saying that, everybody, I do. But let's be real about where we are right now. I think that gives you a puncher's chance to be a playoff team.
And I just want to address somebody in the chat before we get Flannel's response. Wheezy D313, very respected, honored member of the chat. He says, what I'm hearing is let's handcuff ourselves again and get bounced in the play-in. Yeah, that's what it is.
mean,
I'd rather do that than be the worst team in the NBA for 5 years in a fucking row. Like, I can't.
Those are your choices.
What Flannel said. I don't trust this front office to develop, draft, and acquire talent through the draft or through these picks. Adding 18-year-olds to this roster does not make you any better. So it's either be the worst team in the NBA right now or be the Blake Griffin Pistons. And I would 10 times out of 10 rather be the Blake Griffin Pistons than watch 14-win basketball again. I don't care. I'm done with this front office. I don't give a shit about the Pistons until they're all gone. But if you want something that's not the worst team in the NBA, you got to handcuff yourself because this team, this front office cannot draft or develop good talent. They can't. And so they need to grab a veteran, established star. That's the only way they won't be the worst team in the NBA.
And it's 100% is desperation to me. You know how I know? Cade played enough. Jaden Ivey played enough. Asar Thompson played enough. Jalen Duren played enough. What did that get you? The worst record in the NBA. So I pretty much second everything that you said. Just see what it would take for Donovan Mitchell, see what it would take for Brandon Ingram, who are in situations, by the way, where they might be a little bit disgruntled. Cleveland is not winning a title with the team as currently constructed. Zion Williamson, after actually having
the people don't want him either. We went through this one in January.
Well, I was actually not gonna. I was relating him to Brandon Ingram.
I was told we don't want him.
Well,
remember? Were you with us back then, KG, or no?
I don't think I was.
Spenny, you remember that show, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I got murdered again for that one. Why you want Zion for?
Well, the point I was going to make with Zion is that why Brandon Ingram might be disgruntled is that Zion Williamson, he actually played 70 regular season games, and just a bad Shakespearean play got hurt in the play-in and wasn't able to play in the playoffs, and they got bounced. So the New Orleans Pelicans, are they looking like a team that's going to win a title, or are they looking like a team that may have capped out a bit?
Yeah.
And like you said, Spenny, maybe if that all doesn't work, just make Paul George choke on a contract. For all that you say, for all that is said about Paul George and, playoff P and whatnot, Paul George is a Hall of Fame NBA player who still can put up really good regular season numbers and would be the best scorer on this team. He would be the one guy who can shoot. He's smooth as silk. And I think he fits well with Cade Cunningham. So, Spenny, I don't really have much to add. I thought those were all very, very fine options.
Well, you can't be playoff Paul George unless you are playing in the playoffs.
Yes, and I don't even know if that would make it happen in Detroit, but they would be a hell of a lot better.
And the keys to wisdom in the chat. And wisdom, I vibe with you on this. And this isn't going to be popular. No, you offer Miles Bridges the max contract for no assets and keep plugging away. Thank you. Are we comfortable with that, though?
I mean, that's something. It is something. I'm not mad at it.
You don't have to offer him the max.
You don't.
Well, you may have to.
He's not going to get a max.
Exactly.
So you make it his only option. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's something.
Again, Is Miles Bridges as good as Paul George? No. Would Miles Bridges make this team, I don't even know if I want to say exponentially better, but hell, maybe exponentially better? Sure.
He's an upgrade.
He's a very good player. He's a walking 20-point-a-game guy. And he shoots the ball better than you think, and he's athletic as hell. And he's a wing. So why not?
It's the kind of wing the Pistons need.
Absolutely.
Tiger Town. All right. This will be the one that I will push back on. And I've been consistent with it. And we got clips of people saying it on this show. Tiger Town. Bro, Tom Gores really should sell the team. You know what, though? Again, if Tom Gores could write a check to win an NBA championship today, he would write the check. Would Chris Ilitch?
No, but I'm not gonna give Tom Gores any flowers. I don't even think he knows that the Pistons have the number 5 overall pick.
Right.
Oh, stop.
He's too busy
We've got
sipping
ourselves a
Mai
Tom
Tais
Gores
and
simp
Boca.
in the house. I didn't know we had one of those, but apparently we do.
He doing the Scarface right now.
Remember when I'm funny. That's funny because I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking back to the shows after they hired Monty Williams. And I'm thinking what Sam Flannel was saying on the air those days.
Okay.
What were you saying those days?
I was wrong. I was dead ass wrong. I never thought in a million years that Monty Williams would be a downgrade to Dwayne Casey.
Yeah.
Never thought that in a billion years. I was dead ass wrong. And I will never try to defend what we all said about Monty Williams. At the time, yeah, it seemed
I
like
just wanted to see if you'd keep it consistent.
It seemed like the home run hire, and it most certainly was not. And I think Tom Gores plays a role in sort of the front office dysfunction. So that's why I don't like Tom Gores.
So that I just want everyone to keep it consistent.
Fair. I was totally wrong.
Okay. That's all I wanted to hear. You got in, you got out, you were a man of your word.
Yep.
And again, that is my baseline. If he could write a check to win an NBA title today, you would have that check deposited in the account by 11:50 a.m.
Not how it works, though.
Yeah.
Not in the NBA.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But would every owner in this town do that?
Well, there's an owner who has that opportunity, and
Right.
he's not.
So
I
there you go.
Fair
That's
point.
That's my only point.
Fair point.
I'm not looking to stand there and be at the front of the firing line. I got you. I just want to keep it 100 with everybody.
Fair point.
Okay. So that's what it is. I just wanted to put that out there. Also wanted to put that out there. If you need a great haircut, Lady Jane's is the play.
Of course. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in and sit back and relax. And let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel. Of course, we have Spencer Raxta in the building. Shout out Heavyweights 5 to 7. Tap in. Great show, everybody. A little bit of a change up from the sporty sport talk. We got you covered here at Woodward Sports Network.
Tits.
Yeah, like people, athletes' girlfriends and stuff like
true.
that.
Kristen Harper, shout out.
Shout out. Yeah, there you go. We have intern Justin, a.k.a. Jesus, Detroit Tigers Jumbotron legend in the building as well. And, of course, Yankee fan KG
Tiger
here
fan first.
also. I can't keep it straight.
Yeah.
Big win for the Yankees yesterday.
It was.
Tough loss for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Tough loss for the Tigers.
Got cooked.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. You were happy.
I was not
Justin
happy.
Verlander got the win and a quality start. We were happy.
But he didn't get the complete game or the no-hitter. So
We were happy. Oh, Justin, thanks.
You can justify it any way you want. That's
Lost
fine.
a series to the bum-ass Astros.
That's fine. I just hope that you heal. I hope that you heal from
I'm fine.
2014.
I'm fine.
It seemed like you got some healing to do from 2014.
Man. Tarek Skubal was great on Saturday. And now, you know what? No, he wasn't even great. He was good enough. But by the way, people ask why the Astros are so bad. I sat there watching Christian Javier, and that was the worst performance I've ever seen from a pitcher.
Yeah.
At one point, he had thrown 34 balls and 24 strikes.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was not good.
Yeah.
They got troubles, man.
Yeah.
And Hunter Brown, like their savior, like their Tarek Skubal's coming out of the bullpen in 7-0 games.
We got arms we could trade him.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Got a couple arms that we aren't using that we could trade them for
That's
some
fair.
bats.
Jose Altuve,
I'll give you Matt Manning for Kyle Tucker. Straight up.
straight up.
Straight up.
No chaser.
No chaser.
All right. Now, wait a minute. So you almost got me off it, Spenny, but you're not now.
Yeah.
You said something to me that gravely concerned me.
Yeah, it should.
And,
It's the state of Pistons fans right now.
okay, and I can't abide by this. I can't. Spenny, tell the people what you told me.
Yeah, I know. I'm going
And
to
I think you're effing with me.
No, I'm not. You can go check my Twitter. But I am going to preface this as I know a majority of our fans don't watch the NBA as much as a lot of us do on this show and aren't in terms with what the NBA is and how you have to be alive in the NBA. But I put out a tweet yesterday that I said, because I saw some people on the interwebs putting it out there for some God-known reason. I said if the Pistons actually draft Zach Edey at 5, I would never watch another game until the front office is fired. And there was pushback on that tweet that it wouldn't be that bad of an idea to draft Zach Edey, or they should draft Zach Edey. And let me, this one tweet in specifically pissed me off more than anything I've ever read. He said, I'd rather have a player who's been in school for at least 3 years with a degree to back him or her up just in case basketball doesn't work out.
That's fake.
I swear
That is
to
fake.
God. I swear
There
to
is
God.
not.
What the fuck is that?
No. There is not a Detroit sports fan that said
I
that.
swear to God. Samuel R. Bell on Twitter. What the fuck is that? If basketball doesn't work out, not to be mean, I don't give a shit about your other life. You already made millions of dollars. I don't care. If you don't work out with basketball, you mean nothing to me. Zach Edey would be the worst pick available at 5. Zach Edey is not a good NBA. He will not be a good NBA player. You could take that to the fucking bank.
All right. MPWMU. Bring Zach home. Thank you for sending that, by the way, because I was on tilt. Nobody thinks that, right? Can we take it to the street? Can we take it to the streets?
Yeah.
Do you want the Pistons to draft Zach Edey at 5?
God.
Just
I'm telling you, I would've
just
watched
leave it at
another
that.
game.
Just leave it at. Do you want the Pistons to draft Zach Edey at 5? Yes or no?
Hell to the
Don't
no.
spike the Kool-Aid or just I want it out there. If this isn't the closest to 100-0 we've ever seen, then I can't help you guys.
I can't believe that was actually something that was said. Or, first off, something that was even floated about on the interwebs. The highest I've ever heard Zach Edey being thought of is maybe like the 29th pick or something like that. And that's probably even too steep for Edey. Second round, be my guest. If you want to draft Edey, fine. But top 5, and then you had people actually saying, not so bad. And even prefacing their comment with, if basketball doesn't work out. And that's your top 5 pick.
He quote has a degree.
He has a degree. Congratulations.
Brandon Katz. Shout out Brandon Katz. He's very notorious in the chat. He makes a good point. He says Edey isn't as good as Garza was at Iowa, and Garza doesn't play in the NBA.
That's facts.
It's facts.
Yeah.
Garza is more built to play in the NBA than Zach Edey was, and he can't even get on the court.
I mean, Garza can shoot.
Garza can shoot. And if somebody attributed Neal, this is gonna piss you off even more.
Don't do it.
Same tweet. I said Zach Edey's not gonna be good in the NBA. Some guy said that's what all NBA GMs thought about Jokic.
Come on, bro.
And I said, well, Zach Edey was front and center for everybody to watch at Purdue compared to Jokic being at Mega Zvezda or wherever he was.
In Serbia.
And Zach Edey has never shown an ability to shoot, run an offense, facilitate, get up and down the court, or start a break at any level, let alone an elite level.
R.A. Brown, let's keep it moving, Neal, 100. And he's got the smiling. No, because R.A. Brown, there's 19% of you that have voted yes. Who are you?
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Who are you? No,
show yourself.
No, somebody show yourself right now. I'm not changing. I will talk Pistons until 1 p.m. and I'll keep the show going. I'll stay on until 1:30.
He will.
I will. I'll tell Pete Spivak, get your ass out of here. We're going till 1:59, and I don't give a shit what E&E and Maz say. I'll talk Pistons till tomorrow. I'll have a telethon, and we'll raise $98 million to buy out Javi Baez, and I'll talk Pistons for 24 hours straight.
I don't know if this counts, but a D's 411. If they draft Edey, bring in Bill Laimbeer or Rasheed Wallace to coach him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not being serious.
Where was it? Keys to Wisdom says Garza has played in the NBA, can shoot, but cannot run or defend. Yeah, Garza was getting garbage time minutes in the Timberwolves season when the playoffs were already locked up and they were dealing with some rest and injuries. That's the only reason Luka Garza was getting minutes for the Timberwolves. He's not an NBA player.
Jay Cruz in 71. I'm not joking. Yes, you are. I can see through that. I can absolutely see through that. Ryan's reaction. But, Neal, they need to prep the lemon water. I know they do. I know they do. Show yourself. Nick Hedigan. Did Neal do coke today? I love it. No, the morning show was the only illicit drug I needed to hear Kool-Aid say, yeah, I'd love for Verlander to no-hit the Tigers.
You high off that Alavila trade from 2014, 10 years ago. So Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you need to heal.
I know Yankee KG. Big win. You're happy to see the bats yesterday. Lots of home runs.
Tiger fan first.
I think the Yankees hit as many home runs as the Tigers have this year in that game.
You can blame Mariano Rivera. That's why I like the Yankees. So
okay.
Yeah.
The keys to wisdom. Garza has 85 games in 3 years, not far behind Cade.
DNC ENT says Garza just played in Game 3. Yeah, because they were down like 40 points. That's why he played. He's not an NBA player. He's not a difference maker. He's not a first-round pick. He is a bench spot.
Yeah.
And that's what Edey will be in the NBA. He will be a bench sitter.
I mean, you might see Zach Edey someday when a team's getting clapped in the playoffs get some garbage time minutes. You might.
And you'll see him running up and down the court with the stick up his ass because he's the biggest stiff I've ever seen on a basketball court.
Yeah,
That's
Detroit Supremacy says Edey was dominant in college. Yeah, because he was bigger than everybody else.
And he was 24.
It doesn't work in the NBA. Being big is not a skill that will get you good playing time or good. Everybody's big in the NBA.
Ask Kasim to beat.
And you have to be running up and down. You have to be able to run up and down the court. The NBA is a fast-paced league. It's back and forth. Edey cannot do that. He will get phased out of the NBA so fast.
Hey, and he got a lot of rest for himself while he was shooting free throws, too.
Yeah, he's not going to get that whistle in the NBA either.
All right. Before we kind of transition to the Tigers, Steve DeYoung, what happens first? The Tigers part ways with El Mago, or the Pistons have a season above 500? Pistons have a season above 500.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
That'll happen.
I would take that.
Really?
Yeah. That'll happen.
Before they make a move on El Mago.
Yes.
I pray it's the latter. Oh, my God, I pray it's the latter. I cannot deal with much more.
By the way, too, like the Zach Edey Jokic comparisons, did you see Jokic's act in the fourth quarter yesterday? That man went to work.
Yeah. He fucking yammed on Anthony Edwards. You don't see Jokic dunk too much, but he went down the lane, soared through the lane. But I'll tell you what, the reason they won, it wasn't because of Jokic. I mean, Jokic is going to do that. It was because Aaron Gordon didn't miss a shot.
Mm-hmm.
He was 10 for 10 until the fourth quarter. Jamal Murray played very well as well.
Yeah.
It's like I said,
and
dude.
Anthony Edwards got absolutely no help.
Well, and
Karl Anthony Towns scored like 15 points on like 17 shots.
I'm so glad that you mentioned it because I think I'm going to the exact same place as you are. You mentioned how Jokic kind of gets you in the club. If Jokic plays as well as he does and Aaron Gordon shoots 11 for 12, 2 of them being threes, you can't lose.
Yes.
Right.
If Anthony Edwards, even if he plays as well as he does, Karl Anthony Towns gives you 5 for 18, you can't win.
Yeah.
Both Jokic and Edwards both played phenomenally. Jokic's teammates stepped up. A lot of parts due to him because he makes everybody better. And Anthony Edwards, and Rudy Gobert, was he just doing cardio out there? He did absolutely nothing.
Dude,
He did not.
Jokic murdered Gobert,
And
murdered Nas Reed. They tried to man him with Nas Reed.
Yeah, he was
and then when he
abusing
was
him.
butchering Nas Reed, they put Gobert on him and they tried to help with a double. And he either still scored over the double team or he passed out. Like he put on a clinic in the fourth quarter.
Brandon Katz, again. I'm vibing with him today. A point in the chat that makes sense. Towns is trash. Just strictly Towns is trash. And he says, Karl Anthony Towns is one of my most hated players in the NBA. He's the exact polar opposite of Anthony Edwards when it comes to dog mentality and like being a good player on the court. And his 20 different voices that he uses throughout the way. I cannot stand Karl Anthony Towns or Rudy Gobert.
He's not a bad player. He's just soft.
That's the thing. He at least has to make threes and at least has to score points for the Timberwolves to have any chance.
Cat spot. Jokic did not destroy Gobert. Gobert was +9. Hey, Cats, watch the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He destroyed everybody that was on him. And when Gobert was on him, they helped him with a double, too, and it didn't matter. He murdered him with a double. Come on, Cat spot. Right. Tell me you just look at the box score without telling me you just look at the box score. I watched it. I saw it.
Champions are going to champion. Their backs were against the wall, and they've responded with 2 wall-to-wall victories on the road. That was very, very impressive. And now I think they're in the driver's seat to win the series. And if they play Dallas in the next round, I think that's a favorable matchup for the Nuggets.
Absolutely.
So they're probably – everything is all well and good in Denver when just a couple days ago it looked like it was falling apart.
And if you want your insurance policy to be a favorable matchup, who should you call?
Swiss Insurance. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in extra fees. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today at 313-530-1698 or visit SwissINS.com.
What's up, everybody? Neal Ruhl, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness. You guys know what it is, home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone can work on their fitness goals and feel comfortable in their squeaky clean gym with tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There's more than 50 of them in the Metro Detroit area. There's over 2,500 of them worldwide. It's the best gym in the gym game, guys. I've been in there 3 years. I was there 2 hours ago, getting my work in, and you can too. Go to planetfitness.com, join there, or just pull in the parking lot. You'll pass a couple on the way home. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. All right, keeping it pushing. Hour number 2 of the show already. Big D Energy. Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Flannel Sam in for DMAC. We have Spencer Raxter. We have intern Justin. We have Yankee fan KG
Tiger fan first.
in the house. I didn't know. I can't keep track of the order that you love them in.
Yeah, that's why you should listen more.
Okay.
All right.
What if Verlander ends up with the Yankees? Would that sway you over to making the Yankees your number one team?
No, but I would.
You sure?
I wouldn't mind.
What if
seeing
they
that.
played the Tigers though and Verlander was pitching?
I would still want the Tigers to win.
Really? What
Yeah.
if you had a no-hitter going?
Well, if they're down 9-0 or 10-0, then
What's the line? What's the score line? What's the line for you to root for? What if it were 2-0?
Oh no, absolutely
What
not.
if it were 4-0?
Absolutely not.
6-0?
Absolutely not.
7-0?
No,
8?
considering it.
But 9's a done deal. Once it's 9, then you're on board.
9 to 10. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. I'll check back, KG.
it's the regular season, not like it's the postseason or
Okay.
anything. So
All right. Yeah, that Woodward Sports chat thread, by the way. C-Money 668. Zach Edey can play the high-low and pick and roll with Cade. Like, you guys are effing with me now, right?
He didn't play the high-low in college. How's he going to do in the NBA?
Oh, man.
Dante 151. I'd rather watch paint dry than Zach Edey play for the Pistons. He flat out won't succeed in the league. But enough Pistons talk. How about those Michigan Panthers and kicker Jake Bates? Locked up a playoff spot.
Right.
You have UFL fever.
I do not. But hey, Brian Lewerke, you're old.
Shout out Brian
you're
Lewerke.
right. What happened to him?
Say, Spartan Dog.
Spartan Dog.
No, I do not have UFL fever.
You don't?
No, but shout out Jake Bates.
Right.
I mean,
Sign that man.
way to put your name on the map. For real. Like that's no trolling whatsoever. Way to put your name on the map.
Do you have UFL fever, Spenny?
No. But shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to Kelly Rowe. She's the MC of the Michigan Panthers. She's doing a great job. UFL's fun to watch. I mean, I watched some this weekend.
Neal's face.
Fun's aggressive.
It's fun to watch.
Okay. No, it's fine. I'm not telling you what to do. Like,
Yeah.
if that's what you enjoy what you enjoy, man.
I mean, I just threw it on.
Does New York have a team, KG?
They do.
No, they do not.
They don't?
If they did, would they be your favorite team?
No, they would not.
They would be second
No,
to the Panthers?
I wouldn't watch UFL at all. So
Justin, are we going to see you at a Panthers game on the Jumbotron?
I went last year. I had a great time. I'd probably been thinking about going again this year.
I'd go to
I think
a
it's a
Panthers
good
game.
I think it's fun to go to. It's cheap. It's a good time. Way to have some football in the spring. I think it would work better as a feeder league, and then I think that it's the best for the product that they combine the XFL and the USFL because they were competing with each other, and it was.
I would agree with that.
It was kind of just a mulled down product when it was the two leagues, so it's better product at least now.
No, I would agree. I would agree with that. But no, there is some Tiger stuff that we do have to get into, though. Spencer Torkelson
Yeah.
hit his first home run yesterday,
Torque bomb.
El Torco.
much to the chagrin of the Yankee fans that are in the house.
40 games.
Were you happy he hit it, or were you sad because the Yankees lost?
You reaching?
No, I'm asking.
You reach, I teach.
No, I'm asking.
I'm asking.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
absolutely not. I'm glad Torque got his homer.
No, I'm happy as well. He is on a 7-game hitting streak, Flannel.
Yeah.
Does he still lead the league in doubles?
That I'm not sure. He might be tied or he might be second, but that's and here's the thing. With the whole Spencer Torkelson hitting a home run, it is literally the most meaningless home run you'll ever hit in a baseball game. However, with a guy like him who at the time, May 12th, had 0 home runs after last year hitting 30, I'm sure that it felt like an 1,000-pound weight off of his back. So hopefully, if this means that more come and that he's a little more relaxed at the plate, then this home run will mean something. Because in the grand scheme of the game, it kind of had me thinking, man, when those runners were on base and you would pop it straight up to second, why couldn't you do that then? But maybe this will lead to more.
Lorena Rios, Torque is on a pace for a 4-home-run season.
Come on now.
I would put money on Torque to homer today.
Yeah?
I would, honestly.
What's
I kind
the
of
line
want to
on that?
sprinkle some money on that because they come in bunches.
They do.
You've seen it when he gets hot. He hits a lot of homers.
That is the way it goes with him.
So I would put money on him to hit a homer today, honestly.
I've been thinking
And
about picking him up.
Rake says Torque does still lead the American League in doubles with 13.
So there you go.
That's so crazy.
I know, right?
That's one of the greatest statistical anomalies in sports right now because he's objective.
It's Comerica Park, honestly.
You know what? That's actually fair, but still, he's objectively having a bad year.
Remember when Jamer Candelario led the league in doubles?
Oh my goodness, that's right.
Yeah.
Davy Cruz.
Yeah.
Hey,
Senor Doble, they called him.
Yeah.
blast from the past with the Tigers with Big D energy.
Plus 500 on Spencer Torkelson to hit a home run today.
They know. The streets know. The streets know how it's going to go down. The Miami Marlins are in town.
It's your B team.
They are my B team.
Yeah.
Would you root for them to no hit the Tigers?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I hope they don't get a hit this whole series. And I hope the Marlins win.
Makes sense. You gonna be sitting in your little press box in Miami?
I am going to the game in Miami on May 28th or whatever. The Rangers are in town. I will be there, as a matter of fact.
With your Cuban sandwich?
I will get a Cuban sandwich, as a matter of fact.
I know. Marlin fan, Neal. That's cool.
100%. Hey, at least I'm honest about it.
Hey, I was honest with you too.
Yeah. I just like you. I hope the Tigers get no hit. No, but Flannel, with this run of play, and I think they're 3-7 in their last 10 or something like that. You've backed yourself into a corner. You have
buy back into some degree. They got to go 11-7. And the way that they started dropping 2 or 3 from the Astros, you can't do that unless you sweep the Marlins and kind of make up for it. Because coming up next, you've got at Arizona, which is going to be tough. Even though they're a losing team, they made the World Series last year. And then you got at Kansas City, who actually have a winning record. You don't want to go into that roads trip even 500 in this stretch. You need to sweep the Miami Marlins, who have a whopping 11-31 record. You can't be their get-right team where you know how sometimes you just randomly lose a series to a team you have no business losing to? That can't happen for the Tigers because if they
like how the Rockies just swept the Rangers?
100%.
Yeah.
Because if they do that, if the Tigers actually, and I don't even want to put that energy out there, if they lose this series to the Marlins, that borderlines on season torpedoing at that point. Got to sweep them. Must sweep.
Must sweep TV.
Must sweep TV. Yes.
As opposed to must see JV, which were people in the crowd yesterday were happy about it, right, KG?
Yeah, it was good times back then. It was a simpler time.
It was a simpler time. There is no doubt about that. No, and look, I know too. I don't know if you guys caught the whole Colt Keith thing, where he kind of hit a ball pretty well. StatCast said it would have been a home run in 15 out of 30 ballparks. And he was kind of talking about how far the fences are and stuff like that. But which I didn't like. Like, I have to ask you this. And I told you, I get mad at people in this line of work that do the hope and fear stuff because it's just easy button stuff like that. I genuinely feel this way. So this is why I asked the question. Are you worried that there's cracks right now happening?
Yes.
I am too.
And here's the mortal sin of Flannel Sam was committed by Colt Keith. He actually got on base with an infield hit. He got the opposite of what he's gotten before. He didn't hit a ball hard, but he was able to get on first base to elevate his on-base percentage to a whopping .242. And you get caught stealing in a 0-0 game. That, to me, is why I'm not as a big a fan of steals as some. And when you're Colt Keith, when you get on base in less than a fourth of your plate appearances, you don't have the right to steal second. Stay on base and be grateful for the rare times you actually get on base. It's not worth it to try to go to second. It's just not. Keep the line moving. It was 0-0 at the time. And you know what? When Parker Meadows didn't earn his way on first, he pinch ran and got caught stealing. Just a couple of days later, he was hanging out in Toledo. And while you're there, go say hello to Lucas Klotz. Now, Colt Keith needs that exact same treatment. Enjoy Toledo, enjoy the sights and sounds, and go say hello to Lucas Klotz as well. He'll show you a good time, but you can't be here anymore.
You're fired!
He is the king of Toledo.
Shout out, Lucas.
Right.
Shout out,
Sam
Lucas.
Flannel with another one.
Wow. Wow.
Lucas would show you a good time in Toledo.
Lorena
sure he
Rios. Colt broke up the no-hitter.
And then he undid it all by getting caught stealing. You don't have the right to try to steal when your on-base percentage is .242. Be grateful that you're actually there because you don't know what first base looks like.
Be grateful.
Well, it's a big white square.
It's the big white
knows
square
what it
where he
looks
hasn't been on very much.
If it's two things Flannel hate, it's J-Mo and getting caught stealing, man.
That's true.
Oh,
that
boy.
is true.
I actually hate getting caught stealing. I don't hate J-Mo.
Really?
I don't.
See, we have a JMO topic coming up.
We do.
Ooh, gonna test him.
As a matter of fact, I think it's a good segue to jump into it.
Damn right.
As a matter of fact. Tell them about Gloria.
Glorious Cannabis. Yes, the Bubble Hash pre-roll. The new Glorious Ice Water Bubble Hash pre-roll, now with diamonds. Constantly pushing to create the best canna experience. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flower with only the highest terps, making the best better. Glorious Cannabis. Check us out at your local retailer or gloriouscanna.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find out which one works best for you. And remember, it's not just Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. That is a fact. Whatever make and model you're looking for. Fords, Kias, whatever it is, a good used car. And also, too, don't forget, don't sleep on their service department, by the way. Feldman Chevrolet in Novi did some work on my car. They were impeccable. The easiest experience with an automobile in my life. That is a factual statement. I couldn't believe, I'm still in disbelief about it. Go to feldmanauto.com. All right, keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel in for D-Mac. We have Spencer Raxter in the house. We have intern Justin, a.k.a. Jesus. We have KG, a.k.a. Yankee fan KG.
Marlon
He kind of
fan
likes the Tigers, too.
Kinda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't
Marlins
know.
or Tigers?
Well, for me, it's obviously a Tiger.
You
I
sure?
say as much, yeah.
I
don't want the Marlins pitcher to no hit.
Do you?
Yeah, to no hit the Tigers.
Do you get Cuban sandwiches at Comerica Park?
I would if they offered them. I would get one. You know what they did have though Saturday, and it slapped?
What?
Lobster taco.
Ooh,
Really?
America?
I did. Yeah, it's on the first base line.
Let's go.
Okay.
That is good.
Check it out.
All right, Tigers stepping it up. All right.
Yep. Lobster taco, and it was good.
Okay.
100% was good.
Oh, yeah.
Not mad at it.
Yep. And I chased that. I chased with that after I had a shawarma. I didn't even know the lobster taco thing was there.
Yeah.
So around the 7th inning, I had to meander over there and get a
shawarma's so
lobster
good.
taco.
Oh, a shawarma and lobster taco. That's
a night.
That's
Yeah.
good eats. Yes.
Yeah, sound
love
good.
shawarma.
That's a night. I had my first summer shandy of the season.
Nice.
Got to.
Oh,
Yeah. You had it during the day game, right?
It was a 6 o'clock
Oh,
game.
well, 6, yeah. But
That still counts.
did you get it early?
I did.
Okay.
I was pounding
was-
shandies at opening day.
I like the shandy.
Shandies are good.
At the
Man,
ballpark, man.
Yeah.
I'm an
Like-
Oberon guy at the ballpark.
Of course
Oberons
you are.
Oberons are fantastic too.
What do you mean? Of course you are.
That's too heavy for the ball game and like the
Yeah,
heat.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
It's a little too heavy.
No, the shandy hit just right.
Shandy's like great baseball at the park.
Great
golf.
outside boat.
Yeah, boat, golf,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good 70-degree day.
post lawn mow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Refreshing.
Yeah.
That's a reward.
Thank you. I do it all the time.
My cousin had an Oberon on tap at his wedding. It was dangerous.
Yeah, that was a
30.
strong way.
That's aggressive.
I had
right,
like
that was a
30
strong way.
Oberons. Like it was.
Man, that is aggressive. Somebody else was aggressive. A Green Bay Packers reporter
Oh.
was aggressive.
Peter Bukowski.
Who was his name?
Peter Bukowski.
Peter Bukowski.
He was on the heavyweights.
Shout out.
Oh, we have a clip of it?
No.
No?
No, I don't.
No,
have
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, you was on the heavyweight.
Yes.
All right, take me through it. Give me the I don't want to do this guy dirty.
Yeah.
All right? Give me the full context.
So we were talking about weapons. He thinks that the Packers have a better overall roster than the Lions do. And we were talking about weapons, and when we were talking about wide receivers, he said Amon-Ra is number 1. Like, there's no doubting that. But then he said the next 4 would be Packers wide receivers.
Damn.
After Amon-Ra St. Brown, it would go, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Dontavion Wicks. And I didn't agree with that. And also, I said weapons, just strictly weapons. I think the Lions have at least the top 3, if not the top 4, when you look at Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs, and David Montgomery. He said he'd give you the top 3, but then the next 7 would all be Packers. And yeah,
crazy.
So that's what he did not give any respect to what Jameson Williams could do or David Montgomery.
That's all right. There's somebody in this room that doesn't give any respect to what Jameson Williams can do as well.
That's
big
true.
fact.
I will say this, and this is where I'm going to really flame Peter Bukowski really quick. When he just threw out there that when you were talking about David Montgomery, he had over 1,000 yards. He's like, on 600 carries. No, it was actually like 215.
Yeah.
For all the advanced stats that he brought to kind of fit the narrative of his guys, you can't even just do a quick Google search and show that David Montgomery actually had a very efficient season on a per-touch basis. The most efficient of his career by far. So that, to me, when you just ignore that or just don't even know that, that's malpractice. I don't vibe with that. So his David Montgomery slander was it was untrue, first of all.
Yeah,
that pissed me off. And I brought up David Montgomery's stats compared to Josh Jacobs' stats and how he sees David Montgomery as just a guy. And I was like, well, just a guy was averaging over 4 yards per carry.
Double-digit
1,000
touchdown.
yards, double-digit touchdowns.
First year he finally got an offensive line.
Yeah.
But, Spinny, I do got to push back on you a little bit. Because at one point, the day I was on Heavies, you did say that the Green Bay Packers have a better overall talented wide receiving core than the Lions do.
I would still agree with that. I think the Packers 1 through 4 is better than our 1 through 4.
And I guess, okay, since we're getting granular about it, because I say the ceiling is higher in the Lions receiving room. That's my take on it. Like there is more star power, there is more high level, there are more current superstars / could be superstars. And look, I know because I've been on this. You may think that I think too much of Jameson Williams. Some people in this room may think I think too much of Jameson Williams.
Your neck okay there, buddy?
Some people. They may think I think too much of Jameson Williams. But I'm telling you guys, man, Jameson Williams is the ultimate weapon in the NFL. He is the ultimate weapon. And we'll see. We will see when and if I'm right.
Well, and here's where I'll give J-Mo some hope. From me, everybody thinks that I hate him.
You do.
I don't. This is going to be the first season, knock on wood, of course. By this time of both his rookie season and his second season, he knew that he wouldn't start the season on the field. He didn't have a training
Just like you
camp.
knew that when you got drafted, by the way. You knew that with his first season. We all knew that, right?
I understand that.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that this is a golden opportunity for him. When it comes to bringing in wide receivers and wide receivers leaving, the only real movement of note was Josh Reynolds leaving. They didn't address it in the draft, and obviously you could still address it with cuts, with camp cuts, but so far they have not. Like even in the draft, obviously we like what they did. They had an opportunity to get Xavier Legette, Keon Coleman, Adonai Mitchell of the like, and I'm not saying they should have, but they didn't do it. They obviously have confidence in him. So this is the year where obviously his targets are probably going to go up and his numbers are probably going to go up. This is kind of, to me, this is a big prove it year for him. This is the year where he's finally going to put up the numbers that I would say the numbers are going to justify all of the splash moments, because his numbers so far have not been good enough. But his moments at certain times have been electric. To me, that's what J-Mo is. And I don't think that that's hate or anything. I think that's just objective.
But you get mad when he does well.
No,
we
I
have
don't.
video evidence of it.
I don't get mad.
We have photograph evidence of it.
I get mad when people act like he's already a superstar. That's when I get mad. I want to see, I need to see more. Objectively, everybody needs to see more.
That's true.
Like, honestly, and a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I'm just going to say it. Peter Bukowski, it's not a baseless claim that the next 4 receivers at this point are Packers, because all of their 4 wide receivers after Amon-Ra St. Brown had more receiving yards last year than Jamison Williams. I'm not, for the record, I would take Jamison Williams moving forward over Dontavian Wicks, but not over Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, or Christian Watson. Not yet. Not yet. I think it's a claim that is defensible. The David Montgomery shit was not defensible. The Jamison Williams stuff, I think, is defensible.
Okay, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude gets a touchdown like every 9 or 10 touches, dude. And
Fine.
You'll see.
Do you know who else had a touchdown every 8 touches last year? Jaden Reed. You know who had a touchdown at a greater rate than every 8 touches last year? Romeo Doubs. Do you know who had a touchdown at a rate of more than every 6 times they touched it last year? Christian Watson. You guys act like Jamison Williams is just this touchdown machine that is special or unique to the rest of the NFL. He's good. He made a lot of really big plays. I was front and center for the play he made at Ford Field against the Bears that cut the lead to, I believe, 3 at the time. I was there.
I know. It
saw
was the one at Tampa that really pissed you off.
Well, it didn't piss me off because it put the game away. And that was a huge win. That was a massive win.
Just a fan. Be honest, Sam. You called J-Mo a bust. So he's already dead. I forgot about that. He's already dead to you, right? Like you're just playing. We're playing out the string with J-Mo right now.
No, but he has in his career thus far put up bust numbers. You see that he can play, but he has put up bust numbers. Look at every receiver who was drafted in that draft class, their numbers next to Jamison Williams. It's not even close.
And look at the amount of touches.
And we're going to see this year, and that's my point.
Look at the amount of touches they all got.
We're going to see. And that's why this is a big year for Jamison Williams, because I believe that he is going to get the most targets, and he's going to have the most production. Because
no, you don't. He's a bust.
No, because
you said he's a bust.
I said bust numbers. I said bust numbers. That's a big difference.
You called him a bust before, did you not?
Uh-oh, here we go.
You acted like he was already a superstar when he had done nothing.
We're not talking about that. Did you call him a bust?
I did not call him a bust. I said bust numbers. There's a difference.
No. Have you not, on this network before, called him a bust?
I'm trying to think.
Let me help you. Yes.
Is that the craziest thing ever, though, considering what he's done?
Well, it's cool when you circle back now and say, well, he's going to put up the best numbers ever. Like you're going to be front and center of it. Like you didn't already tap out on him once.
No.
I'm tapped out on him.
I'm not going, but
you are like Justin Verlander. You were like Matt Stafford. You tapped out.
Here's the difference. I'm not going to pretend that Jamison Williams was always my guy. If he does have the season that we all think that he can, and he adds value to this offense, he raises their ceiling, he's explosive and all of that, I'm not going to say, see, I told you, or I was always right. I'm going to say, you know what? I may have missed on that one. I may have been impatient. Because the reality is even last year, whether J-Mo was there, whether he wasn't, whether he was playing well and making big plays or whether he wasn't, the offense was humming and they won. And that was always my overlying thing with it. It didn't cost them anything, but as far as individual numbers go, we need to see more. And the fact that Josh Reynolds is now gone and they didn't do anything to address it besides that as of now, J-Mo's got a golden opportunity, and he's going to have a training camp, which he's never had before. And that's all good. That's all good for him. He's got it. It's set up for him to be more successful than it was the previous 2 years, obviously. He had an injury and a suspension.
Sam, what's a realistic number for J-Mo this year? Because a lot of people may expect 1,000 yards. I don't think that's going to happen. But what's a realistic improvement for J-Mo that would look good in your eyes?
Well, I want to see him on the field every game, first of all. I don't know if numbers really is something that I want to look at. I would say 800, maybe 1,000 from scrimmage.
I'm saying 1,100 all-purpose and 10 touchdowns.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that if he doesn't hit that he's just like this bust or anything, but I think 1,100 all-purpose and 10 touchdowns is a pretty solid number. The thing is, given the fact that he came in hurt and the suspension last year, it kind of allowed in terms of the Lion receiving room pecking order, Amon-Ra St. Brown is already a superstar.
Yes.
Sam Laporta, you could argue going into next year, is the best tight end in football. So Jameson Williams, he's going to be the third option. And there's nothing wrong with that when you have the top two options being who they are. So that's why I'm not saying 1,400 yards or he's a bust. I'm being more realistic. I would even accept something lesser than what you say, Spetty.
Yeah.
As long as it contributes to winning football games, which I think it will.
I just don't understand how, when it fits your narrative, you go back, and you people, I'm saying, not just you, although you did say this too. Like, people are like, well, he wasn't around the first season. That's the only reason you were able to draft him.
I understand.
He would have been long gone in the draft before that.
I understand. That's all well and good.
But then when it comes time to fit your narrative, you hold that, well, he missed all that time in the first year. Yeah, you knew that.
I understand.
The first year was gone. It was going to be a casualty.
Yeah.
The second you took him.
But the second year wasn't supposed to be that.
Yeah, because he got suspended for something that now they don't suspend you
and
for.
they changed it, yeah.
Okay, but I didn't see gambling suspensions being doled out like parking tickets out there. Jameson Williams was the only real player of note for the whole poor J-Mo. Poor J-Mo.
Well, I mean, yeah. Calvin Ridley.
Okay, fine, Calvin Ridley. And you say he sucks. But yet you slob knob over Jameson Williams. It's funny how that works.
Well, absolutely. Because I saw Jameson Williams have a direct impact in winning 3 regular season games last year and was the best player on the field in the NFC Championship game.
Best player on the field. I don't know about that. I'd probably say Amon-Ra.
And he bet on a non-NFL game. That suspension was whack to me. CJ Moore should be held more accountable because he
of course, and he was.
Well, they went. They changed it all.
Yeah, but
like, come on.
Y'all got to let that go with the gambling shit.
Well, you can't because that doesn't fit your narrative.
No, because it cost him the first 4 games of last year.
Right, and you can't weave it into fit your narrative at that point.
If you guys think that his career has been a massive success right now, I don't know what to tell you.
Has he impacted football games?
Of course he has. But do you know who else has and you guys hate on all the time? Aiden Hutchinson. All you do is say, I want more, I want more. I want more from J-Mo.
He's a number 2 pick.
J-Mo's a 12th pick. Have you seen what Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Drake London, Christian Watson, hell, even Jahan Dotson, all of them have had more of an impact than Jameson Williams has had. All of them. Why are we excusing Jameson Williams but saying
because Amon-Ra St. Brown's here catching 130 balls, Flannel?
I understand,
but you sound like the people in the preseason when we talk about, well, J-Mo will have 1,300 yards, and Amon-Ra will have 1,600, and Laporta's going to have 1,500, and give me said Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to have 900. You add it all up, and Goff's got 7,000 yards passing, man.
And that's why I say it's a big year for him this year. That's why I'm not demanding 1,500 yards.
It's a big year for Hutch as well.
Yeah, but Hutch, hey, you know what? I've got a great number for you guys. A great number. Aiden Hutchinson last season, 11.5 sacks, plus 3 more in the playoffs. Tied for 12th in the NFL. Jameson Williams, 354 receiving yards, 130th. They are not the same. They're not even, it's apples to fucking lasagna. It's not even apples to oranges. It's ridiculous. And I think he's going to be good this year, Jameson Williams.
And then you have Flannel up here busting a vein about it.
You're right.
Aiden Hutchinson, 3.5 sacks. Jameson Williams, 2 touchdowns in the 3 games, Sam Flannel. How they keep score on the scoreboard. 2 touchdowns.
I understand, but you guys act like in the NFC Championship game, you know what? Change his name to Jameson Rice or Jerry Williams.
Oh, my God.
Or for a more maybe like apples to apples.
Change his name to Aiden Lawrence Taylor.
Right.
Aiden Hutchinson has more postseason sacks in his career than Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and Micah Parsons.
Damn.
That's factual. Factual. Look it up. I look things like that up. You guys don't.
Okay. How many postseason touchdowns does, I don't know, Chris Olave and all these guys that you were opining about, Calvin Ridley? How many postseason touchdowns do they have, Flannel?
Jameson Williams.
How many do they have?
They have 0. But you know what?
Wow, weird. Weird.
Jameson Williams was not one of the most impactful players to get them to the playoffs, and he was not one of the most impactful players in the first couple of rounds. In the first couple of rounds, he had a combined 4 catches for 54 yards. The fact that his team was good and his team won the first couple games allowed Jameson Williams the chance to play in the NFC Championship game where he made an impact. I'm not going to lie. But I guess what it all goes back to, Peter Bukowski is not insane for his Packer wide receivers take. He's insane for his David Montgomery take. For the Packers wide receiver one, that wide receiver room is really damn good.
I agree.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
They're all right.
All right.
And right now, I would take all of them over J-Mo except for Dontavion Wicks. You know who else was really fucking good in the playoffs? Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal in the playoffs. Jaden Reed was electric as a rookie.
Dog.
Christian Watson, his only problem is he can't stay on the field like someone else we know. That's why it's a big year for both of them.
What do you mean? Like, see, that's my problem. It fits the narrative. Like someone else we know.
But with Christian Watson, it's a problem. But with J-Mo, it's like, poor you guys have a parental love for this man.
So again,
You act like he chose to be off the field.
Were you aware that he had an injured ACL at the
I
draft?
was.
You were. So
Yes.
so you knew.
Yeah, I did.
So you knew what the plan was going to be year one.
I know. And that year,
but you hold it against him, though, right?
I hold the second year against him.
Because he got suspended for something they don't suspend you for anymore.
Well, at the time, it cost him games, and he had 354 receiving yards. Superstar, God tier.
Burn says, hold on, Flannel, I got to check you. There were 5 Lions suspended for gambling, so they were handing it out like parking tickets.
Not 2 important players. I don't give a fuck about Quintez Cephas. Mic drop, I win, you lose. Fuck.
You know who impacts the pet supply game?
Premier Pet Supply,
That's
obviously. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers. With one major difference, they are family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. With 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. This is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust, on Woodward Avenue just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford and Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Sorry, the segment went long there. Neal Ruhl, Flannel Sam, if you didn't know, in for D-Mac. We have KG, a.k.a. Yankee fan KG, in the house. We have intern Justin, who has his City Connect Tigers jersey on, as you saw on the Jumbotron at Saturday on Comerica Park. We have Spencer Raxter, one half of the
Spring
heavyweight.
training hat, too. Solid combo.
Thank you. Yep, the orange, see? Just a little bit of orange really does it up a little bit.
Yep.
That was my point.
I'll tell you what, they looked a lot better on the diamond than they did in the
See,
pictures.
I didn't like them as much on the
Really?
diamond. The black pants made them look like a beer league softball team. They just... Torque needed a number 69 that says Whammer on the back of it. That was the only thing missing. They should have been playing at Liberty Park.
That's fair. I thought
Rest
they
in
looked
peace,
better.
Liberty Park.
They're growing on me.
Or C.J. Barrymore's back when they had softball.
Shout out
dive.
CJ Barrymore.
Softball City.
Stick Radio in the Woodward Sports Chat, our very own Stick. He says if J-Mo flopped like LeBron, Flannel would gargle his jump.
Well, that's just idiotic. Stick, stop trolling. Stop trolling.
Stick says J-Mo greater than Anthony Davis.
Again, quit trolling. You like guys who perform in the playoffs. Anthony Davis in 2020. Why am I even dignifying that with a response? Why am I?
You talk about the year LeBron dragged him to a
You
championship?
didn't drag him. You didn't drag him. Look at Anthony
AD
Davis.
got the MVP that year?
No, LeBron did.
Weird.
Best second option in a playoff run he's ever had. Look at the numbers. You can maybe argue Kyrie with 2016, but it certainly wasn't Wade in 2012 or 2013. He was past his prime.
That's right. When Kyrie, when the game was on the line, who hit the shot?
Kyrie, and who got the block?
Who got the block?
Yeah,
Of
the
course.
greatest defensive play in NBA history. I know, crazy.
No. I'm saying like only an AD fan would say, well, who got the block?
Well, LeBron James did in that moment.
Right. I know.
Yeah, fine.
What was
I mean,
AD's?
that did save the game.
100%. What was AD's signature moment in the finals?
His signature moment was putting up great numbers. His signature moment in that
rolling on the
playoff
floor.
run was that walk-off three-point shot
Yeah.
that won the game by 2 against the Nuggets.
Yeah.
So if he misses, they lose. Why am I even dignifying this? Fine. Go to your Neal. Would you adopt Jamison Williams as your son and move Cristiano out of the big room?
No, he taking it there. He taking it there, Neal.
It depends,
Dear Flannel.
depends on the day. Did you have something?
No, I was just meet the rules. New Flannel diss track coming out.
Yeah.
Hey, Cristiano, you got somebody moving in.
Yeah.
Cristiano.
Yeah.
Saw his man as your father.
Go to the basement if you want,
Right.
or out the door.
J-Mo's my new son.
When you run sub 4.3, then you can get the big
Yeah.
room. Right.
If I were you, I'd leave here and go to the track and live at the track. And the jugs machine, like if I were you.
Right.
But that's up to you, son. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Step it up.
We appreciate your contributions. Yeah. Red Wings fan club. Jerseys are still awful. Looks like my 6-year-old designed them. I will say this. So on Saturday, they gave away a license plate frame. The City Connect license plate frame. And it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm considering putting it on my car.
It's
For
on
real.
my car.
Is it?
Yeah, I put it on Sunday. I think it looks great. I think the sticker that comes with it also looks great.
I won't go that far.
You don't like the tiger eyes?
No, I'm not going to put the tiger eyes on my car.
All
But
right.
but I'm considering putting the light. Like, come on. Intern Justin, come on.
What do you mean? I'm a Tigers fan. I've gone to games ever since I was like.
Justin, have you seen this man's car? He drives a Range Rover.
Like, hey, I have too. But I'm not putting the sticker on there. Come on. I'll do the license plate frame. I stopped short of the sticker with the tiger.
All right, I'll take
the tiger
it.
eyes.
I'll take it. I'll take.
I'm
the
considering
halfway.
it though. I think I will.
All right.
I think I'm gonna.
Somebody said the best part of the City Connect uniforms you can't even see. It's because the bottom of the hat, the brim of the hat's got the black tiger on it.
I did see too,
Which is
like
pretty cool.
around the park, somebody had a hat and it was just Jesus put the Detroit one, like the Woodward one.
It's the 313.
Yeah. So they had a hat where it was just that, and somebody had a sweatshirt, and I would buy that.
That's
like,
a hat. That's a cool hat.
Yeah, I would buy that hat.
Yeah.
I just don't do well with like the new era. Flannel, how are they for you? Like the fitted new era hats? They look like a condominium sitting on my head.
I don't like that.
know why
I don't
that
like the
is.
hats, but I kind of agree with Spenny and Justin that on the field they look better.
Yeah.
Like watching them actually play baseball in them. I'm not saying that they're shout out Justin for his Motor City Connect, but yeah,
They not that bad.
it's not my. Obviously, I like the like traditional Tigers jerseys the best, but seeing it on the field wasn't the worst thing in the world. I'll just say that.
No, I would get the sweatshirt. I would 100%. I do, and I like the blue. Like it's a good alternate color, and I get you got to do it, man, because everybody does it. And I'll tell you this, merch was banging in that. Everybody was geared out.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have the jersey, there were a ton of jerseys in there, and if they didn't have the jersey, they had the T-shirt, and a ton of people had the hat and everything like that.
Yeah, there was a ton of jerseys. They had every single player you could possibly want in the Tigers, which is usually they don't have. They usually only have a couple, but
Did they have a Baez one?
They did have a Baez one. I don't even know why. Who
Yeah,
the
I don't know
hell
why they
would
did
buy a Baez jersey at this point? Like,
somebody would do it.
you think so? You think someone is still?
Nobody bought a Javi Baez City Connect jersey. Nobody.
I'd like to see the numbers because there's no.
There's no way.
I couldn't believe. No, there's
Who
no
would buy
way.
it? Who?
Someone who's a lunatic. I have no idea. Someone who thinks, oh yeah, I want to support someone who's hitting below 200. Woohoo!
The El Mago is back crowd. They would have bought it.
I would have worn one. I would have got one that said El Mago is back as a meme. That would have been funny.
Woodward Sports chat thread jump into there. The ski mask boy, no orange in the new jerseys. That was my point. Like orange would vibe with that blue, but
a
I'm
little
not,
bit of orange. It ain't even got to be that much. Just
Yeah,
a little touch
like an
of orange
outline of
would
something.
make it a dope uniform.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. What do the Yankee City Connect jerseys look like?
I'm not sure.
Are you gonna rock one?
No.
The Yankees probably won't do it, honestly. They're all about
They're probably above the
tradition
law.
and stuff.
They haven't gotten one yet for sure.
Nick Hedigan. I'd buy Neal an El Mago jersey.
Mail it here.
No. No.
No.
Are we just waiting for the time they bring back the nickname jerseys so that we can make fun of the El Mago jersey?
Now, that one I would wear. I would wear the nickname jersey with El Mago.
I got the nickname Mellow jersey.
Do you?
Yeah.
I would wear an El Mago jersey, yes.
Just put his on base percentage on
Yeah.
the back.
Yeah, and I would change it to .168 for the number.
Could see you with that.
Like Spenny's BAC is higher on a Saturday night than El Mago's batting average.
That's right.
And he like think about that.
No, it's true.
It's true.
Probably true. Shout out Trixie's. That's a good little spot. Never been
And
there
like
before.
you wouldn't even be able to tell.
No.
I'm a professional.
Yeah,
He
like
is.
Spenny at .170, which would be higher than El Mago's .168 batting average.
Yeah.
He would sit there and have a convo with you.
Yeah. He holds it together.
I'm just telling you. Max Mayer, El Mago is back. Tell him about Dispo, please.
Visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals too good to miss. Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. Try the freshest inventory for Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com, your local cannabis plug.
What's up, everybody? Neal Ruhl, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, home of the Planet Fitness Studios. Let me tell you a little personal story about myself with Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness helped me change my life, and it can do the same for you. The best gym in the gym game. The clean facilities, tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights as well. And look, through all the price increases, inflation, all that, hasn't happened at Planet Fitness. Still $1 down, $10 per month, $24.99 a month for the Black Card as well. It's Planet Fitness, everybody, where your fitness is essential.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan, doubling their number of locations this year. Stores are popping up all over Metro Detroit, known for their hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, delicious chicken sandwich, and New York-style pizza. You can stop into any mega station near you or go to Sorokis.com to figure out where you can get some of this great food.
The greatest biscuit ever made.
It's really good.
Like, guys, hey, listen. I'm not saying this like for the advertise or anything like that. I'm just being real with you. Go to Soroki's, even if you're not a chicken tender, not a pizza, just get a biscuit. Just get one biscuit.
Their potato wedges are really good too.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, the biscuit at Soroki, I don't know what they do to it. It's one of the greatest food items ever. I'm telling you guys.
Yes.
For real.
It's a fantastic biscuit.
Do it.
When the Jack Labrador guys, shout out to Dino, they brought in Soroki's for us that one day. I ate like 4 of those biscuits.
They were unbelievable. I had them at the draft, dude. It was unbelievable.
That one day you're speaking of, Spenny, I think that was the most calorie-filled lunch I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Oh, yeah. Pizzas, fried chicken, biscuits.
Yeah.
Like, I went home and I was miserable for the rest of the day, but not because of the food, because I just scarfed too much of it down.
By the way, too, the Yankees and the A's are the only 2 teams not to be a part of the City Connect program.
That makes sense. The A's are trash and the Yankees are too, what's it called?
Storied.
Yeah.
And there's no city to connect to for the A's.
Yeah.
Right. The Sacramento A's.
The Yankees are a bunch of bums, too. Like, I hate that shit. You can't have a beard. You can't wear a
KG
flat
loves
hat.
it.
I can't. I bet the Marcus Stroman do-rag was making people freak out.
Yeah. I don't agree with some of the practices, but
you just love the team.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Okay.
You love the Marlins, so.
No, they're just like the B team.
Mm-hmm. You gave Derek Jeter advice on how to run the team.
No, Derek Jeter was a colossal disaster for the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
Colossal disaster.
And you helped get him the job.
Okay. All right. That's it. That's enough.
I'm with Cartier.
What?
I'm taking Cheddar Bay biscuits over Soroki's biscuits.
Agreed.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
For real. For real. I stand on business with.
That's
I'm
fair.
not.
I mean, they're really good, but the Cheddar Bay
Them
biscuits.
cheddar biscuits is.
Nah,
yeah.
man. Like how moist those Soroki biscuits were.
They were good.
Like them Cheddar Bay ones are kind of dried out, stuff like that. They don't. They know what they have, so they don't have to do extra for you.
That's fair.
The people at Soroki's, make it with love. I'll say it like that.
Put their foot in it.
Mike G. Neal, would you wear a Trey Townsend Arizona jersey?
I feel like you would.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of their jerseys, so I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. But you're a fan of Trey Townsend.
Yeah, I am. But see, here's the difference, though. Like, Trey got life-changing money to go there. Like, money he couldn't get here.
Yeah.
I'm a realist. Like, I understand how the real world works. It's not a comparable situation to Justin Verlander. Trey didn't say, hey, get me out of here. I'm only going to go to Arizona or UCLA. Trade me, get me out of here. No, he didn't do that. He got life-changing money to go to Arizona and the opportunity to go play at a spot where he got to play the position he believes his future is in the NBA.
Yeah. You know you can sign up for better help to help you.
What do you mean?
Get through that 2014 season.
What are you talking about?
Trying to get you some therapy now.
Wait, get through that 2014 season.
Yeah.
Obviously
you still hurt from
we
the
just
JV
needed to
trade.
be great players. We just needed them to be great, and they weren't.
True. We can get you and Al in a session, and y'all can vent it out.
God, I want some Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah.
They're so good.
They're so good.
Let's go Red Wings Sparty. El Mago minus 2.8 WAR. Jesus, dude.
I don't think that's correct, but still, it's in the negative.
Yeah, thank the Lord he played yesterday.
Hold on. Charles McLean. Neal, Verlander never asked to be traded either. Oh, really? He didn't?
Why y'all do that?
He didn't?
He was looking for a reason to pull this up.
No, absolutely. Because here's the line. Quote, Verlander said he would only accept a trade to the Yankees, Astros, Dodgers, and Cubs. Sounds like somebody that wants to be traded to me.
Sound like a superstar pitcher to me. So
that wanted out.
He can dictate where he wants to go.
Yep, tapped out.
That's what happens when you have such a great career with the
Today,
Tigers.
Detroit, I'm out of here.
So
I'm tired of that fucking narrative, too. And Kool-Aid was doing that. He didn't want to be traded. Fuck God, he didn't want to be traded.
Yeah.
Not only did he want to be traded, he gave you the list of teams he would only go to. Come on, dude.
I'm not sweating him for
don't
to be
pull
traded.
that shit. The whole Justin Verlander didn't want to be traded unless it was only to the Cubs, the Yankees, the Astros, or the Dodgers. Like, come on.
Well, and to our dismay and his credit, it worked for him.
yeah,
It did. Unfortunately.
not mad at him.
Just be factual. He didn't want to be traded.
Not, and that's fair.
Yeah.
That's all we want is to deal in facts.
It's fine with me.
Yep.
It's his decision.
Yes.
2 World Series, both sweeps. I'm out. Al Levila's taking over the team. I'm out.
Okay.
Brad Ausmus, I'm out.
Yep. 2 World Series, 2 sweeps, namely because you were ineffective.
Well, you can argue that for the whole team, but you know.
Well, only he's the only guy that was affiliated with it. That's statistically one of the worst players ever in the history of the World
but
Series.
he can only play one game in a sweep. So.
I blame a VCL Garcia's penis on one of those sweeps.
That's fair.
I blame Angel.
Now that
Pagano.
I'll listen to.
Yeah.
What a mid-career he ended up having.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Avisail Garcia.
Baby Miggy.
Yeah,
That's what they
I
was
remember
calling him back then.
he was definitely Baby Biggie back
That's what
then.
they was calling him.
He just didn't hit hard contact with the Tigers. at
Yeah.
least.
No, I get
Hard
it.
cheeks with Prince Fielder's wife.
That's
Yeah. Factual.
I was going to say that's fair. That's actually not fair, but you know what? It happened.
Life ain't fair.
Like,
All right, let's do this. Let's take the last break, and then let's open it up to a mailbag.
Let's do
Questions for the room? Anybody's up.
Yeah.
Got a question for Spenny, me, Sam Flannel, Juzus, Yankee. Ask KG his favorite Yankee moment. You can do that as well.
Yep. The pink shirt makes sense, by the way. Marlins colors, Miami vibe. It all makes
It's
sense
true.
now.
It is true.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's true. Just like it's true, Planet Fitness is the best gym in the gym game. Purple purple color as well for Planet Fitness. Maybe it's just a gym thing. I don't know, but here's the deal. $1 down, $10 a month. You guys know what it is with Planet Fitness. And still, some of you are paying $80, $90, $100, $110 a month for a gym membership. Why? Why are you doing that? Everything you need is at Planet Fitness. I can confirm because they helped me change my life. I have accomplished every fitness goal in my life through the help of Planet Fitness, and you guys can do it too. Go to planetfitness.com. You can join there. Pull in the parking lot. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. There's over 50 in the Metro Detroit area alone. They go to planetfitness.com, where your fitness is essential. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Ruhl here for the new line of Detroit sports merch at woodwardsports.com/shop. Don't forget, they have the classics, too. The Stoke Not Scared t-shirt, the Spencer Raxter, Jack Campbell Meat Missile shirt is available as well. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Go to woodwardsports.com/shop. All right, coming down the stretch, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Flannel Sam in.
I think I'm getting my first round in this weekend.
I'm going to be on the clock pretty soon, too. I'm going to get my action in.
I think Saturday or Sunday I'm going to hit up old St. Clair Shores.
I like St. Clair Shores.
It's a good course.
It is a good course.
And they got good dogs.
Glizzy rating?
I would say probably about 7.8 Glizzy.
Okay.
So they got their own little restaurant in there, too. So it's not just like a Glizzy cart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Woodward Sports chat thread, jump in to there. And we told you kind of the mailbag. Shad 216. I'm telling y'all, Pistons sign Kyle Anderson, Mo Bamba, then trade for PG-13. That will feed families for generations.
Well, feed families for generations is a little bit of a, which is what Shad does because he's maintained being a Pistons simp no matter what. Here's the thing. If you get Paul George, I'm kind of cool with the offseason no matter what. But Kyle Anderson
and Mo Bamba.
I don't want another guy who can't shoot threes.
I'm in just for that.
No, the song was fire, but
Sheck West is an asshole, though.
Yeah.
I met him.
Song's fire.
My boy opened for him at a party at State, and we were there backstage, and he's a dick. It's a good song, though.
Song's fire. Yeah. Through all that, song is fire.
I be ballin'.
CK, mailbag. KG, when Miggy hit that bomb off Mariano Rivera, how did you feel? Were you conflicted?
No, absolutely not. I was happy for Miggy.
Okay.
So,
Nick Pancone, Neal, have you purchased 2 new air filters for your furnaces yet? I buy them in the 3-pack, to save a little bit of money. I am due to change it, though, as a matter of fact. The alert popped up on my phone yesterday. So
John effing Lord, I'm going to do that. That's a good idea.
What's that?
I'm going to do Glizzy at the turn reviews. Spenny at the turn.
I like it.
I'll do a Glizzy review of every course I go to this year.
That's dope.
That is pretty good. Rich Baldwin, one for Juices. It's more of a statement. Juices reminds me of Johnny Damon. That's fair, Juices. You
like
agree
Johnny
with that?
Damon too.
What?
One of our chatters said that you remind them of Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon. I guess that's an interesting comp. I
Minus
would not.
the beard.
Does any of you guys see it? I don't.
Probably the
personally
hair.
see it.
Yeah, it's the hair.
I think it's the hair.
If got rid of the beard, you probably.
Mailbag. Flannel Sam, how would you feel if the Lakers selected Bronny with their first round pick?
Well, that he's not a first-round talent, so that would be not smart, I would say. I guess if you want to ensure that LeBron finishes his career there, fine. But I would like to see Bronny enter the NBA on his own merit.
Okay. Also here in the chat, we got a Sam Flannel one that actually just went flying by. Damn it. It was a good one, too. Let me see. Where was it? Man. Charles, mailbag. I now work and live in Kentucky at an NAIA university. I've seen an interview of a player that would love to play with Cade. What does Neal think of Pistons taking Shepard at 5? He wasn't very good in the game against Oakland.
No. If for some reason the Pistons make the pick or whatever, I would probably go Dalton Connect over Reed Shepard, honestly, just because of the size and he can shoot better. Well, actually,
no, Reed Shepard's.
I was about to say, I caught myself in every game, but the Oakland game he shot lights out. But I'd probably rather have Dalton Connect over Reed Shepard.
Flannel, here it is. Nova G, Sam Flannel mailbag. How can you stand on the laurels you do in terms of JMO when the eye test clearly shows him pop off the screen, even when he wasn't the main or second option?
That's fair, but I just need to see more.
Just like we need to see more from Aiden.
And it's not even close to the same comparison because you've actually seen it from Hutch. He was in the Pro Bowl last year.
I understand that. But I just want him to be elite as a number 2 pick. That's it.
You know what? Actually, let's cut him. Let's trade him straight up for Kayvon Thibodeau, somebody that you guys really love.
Yeah, it would get you more sacks according to the numbers.
Actually, it didn't. They were the exact fucking same. And oh, by the way, since you want to simp for Kayvon Thibodeau, you're
Wait, when did I say that?
Because you did it all fucking year last year.
What are you talking about? I just pointed out he had more sacks.
You did have more sacks last year. They had the exact fucking same. And you know what else? Aiden Hutchinson had more of hits, pressures, tackles for loss, PFF grade, run defense grade. All of that was Aiden.
PFF.
What about hits? Do you value hits? Do you value tackles for loss? Do you value pressures? Do you value hurries? Kayvon Thibodeau is not even an Aiden Hutchinson.
PFF.
You know what's so funny?
PFF.
You literally blow multiple loads back to back over Jamison Williams' run blocking.
Damn.
But pressures are useless.
Blow multiple?
Multiple.
That's a lot of.
Kayvon Thibodeau's a bum.
I wouldn't say.
Trayvon Walker is not as good as Hutch. Not even close.
You're going to say Kayvon Thibodeau's a bum, but not Trayvon Walker?
Yeah.
Trayvon Walker's
You know what?
a bum.
I was a little bit harsh. Kayvon's not a bum, but he's not Aiden Hutchinson. Not even close.
They might have the best defensive line in the NFL this year.
Yeah, not because of Kayvon, more because of Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns. Kayvon's nice. He's a good part of it, but...
You dialing up PFF after work today?
No.
You get home?
Do you like hits? Do you like pressures? Do you like hurries? Do you like the fact that they have...
Not as much as I like sacks.
Right.
And they were the exact same.
Sack fumbles, too. That's great.
You know what? Let's trade him straight up. If Kayvon Thibodeau did the exact same thing as Aiden Hutchinson for this team, you guys would... Kayvon. Because you like him. You don't like Hutch fundamentally. There is something
What are
that
you talking about?
you don't.
I've never asked for.
He
Kayvon
represents
Thibodeau.
Michigan kind of. You know what he represents to people like you, Neal Ruhl, and I'm dead serious, and I know we got 2 minutes left. He represents white Michigan privilege.
Ooh.
That's what he represents to you guys.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
You guys like your athletes to have kind of more of like an urban flair. That's why you simp for Dion. That's why you simp for CJ GJ, and that's why you simp for JMO.
Damn.
You guys find Aiden kind of corny.
Throw the hood on you, huh?
But Aiden is actually good, unlike every single person that I mentioned was last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Urban flair?
Yes.
I take offense to that.
I know about the Urban Update on Thursdays, a.k.a. Spin the Block. I know that.
Yeah.
It's a great
no,
segment.
it's not that at all. I don't do the college shit once they get in the pros. Unlike you guys, I don't do that. When they get in the pros, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care if he went to Ohio State. I don't care if he went to UCLA.
Well, that means you don't mind J.J. McCarthy then.
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, J.J. McCarthy plays for the
I mean,
Vikings. Yeah, that's...
well, he plays for a division rival. I
Okay.
hope he's a spectacular failure.
Yeah. But if he went anywhere else, you would probably wish the same.
Yeah, anywhere but Detroit.
If he went to the Raiders, you would.
If he went to the
probably still
Lions,
wish-
I would hope he was successful. Actually, I wouldn't because that means that things went badly for Goff.
That's true.
But if he were in Detroit, I would want him to do well, just like I want Aiden Hutchinson to do well.
Same here.
I've never said he's not a good player.
But
Not
you-
one time have
Yep.
I said that.
But
Not
you-
one
Same
time.
here.
You don't ever say anything nice about him. You say
What are you
more.
talking about?
You say more nice things about JMO than Aiden Hutchinson. You say more nice things about Kirby Joseph than Aiden Hutchinson. You say more nice things about Brian Branch and Jameer Gibbs. But Aiden
Because
Hutchinson.
none of those guys were the number 2 overall
Okay,
pick.
fine. But Hutch has Hutch has lived up. He has 100% lived up. And if you say he hasn't, you're just fucking hating.
All I hear all the time is how he needs help, needs help, needs help. That's it.
He did need help last year. He did it with when Aleem McNeil wasn't there. I'm just saying.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He had a phenomenal year last year given what was asked of him. His numbers.
Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't need help.
Amon-Ra
He goes and gets the job done.
Amon-Ra St. Brown does. I mean, he had Sam Laporta. And it's a different position. It's a different position. And Aiden Hutchinson has been good ever since he entered the league. Led all rookies in sacks.
Sans that month.
Well, we're not talking. You're talking about that last year, but in that month, in that 4 games without a sack, do you know what happened? One of the games was the 20-6 win over Tampa Bay. Are we going to count it against him for that game and the game in which they allowed 7 offensive points to the Raiders?
Who scored the big touchdown in that Tampa Bay game?
He's better than Hutch. That's fine. That's fine. Live in your la la land.
Okay, well, I'm just asking who scored the touchdown.
He did. And
Okay,
who got the
that's
sacks?
it.
Who got the sacks in the Rams game while Jamison Williams was doing cardio? Aiden Hutchinson. And for all you people who want to talk about how, and I see that from Rack, and I see that from Just a Fan, who's never liked Aiden Hutchinson to begin with. Oh, but that time where Stafford fell down and Aiden Hutchinson touched him. The most impactful plays of those games were the 5 Aiden Hutchinson quarterback hits. Watch the fucking game.
So it's 30.
Matthew Stafford threw the ball often before he wanted to. And that was Aiden. He made Matthew Stafford's life hell, so you should erect his statue. But you won't. You won't. Let's erect J-Mo's. Let's do that instead.
Somebody clip that.
That's a
Ooh, that was
Burn.
That's a Rick J.
I liked Aiden when he got the haircut. Suddenly he started getting sacks and he looked cold.
In the sleeve.
So there you go. All right. Well, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah, we got
everybody.
a lot of venting going on. So
Go Stars.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, Nick Robinson. Neal, what does a Pistons trade deal look like to get Devin Booker? There is no. They're not trading Devin Booker. Stop with this, guys.
yeah, it's raps.
They're not trading Devin Booker. Everybody.
Unless he wants out.
They're not trading Devin Booker.
He wore a Steve Eiserman jersey to a playoff game.
I know. That doesn't mean they're trading him.
It might.
All right. See you tomorrow, everybody. For Sam Flannel, for Yankee Fan KG, for intern Justin and Spencer Raxter, I'm Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.